Okay, guys, so I'm probably not going to be at school on Tuesday because I'm not feeling well. So I'm going to talk to you about what you are going to go ahead and start doing. It's the first thing in To Kill a Mockingbird. It's the research introduction document. And let's see if this is it. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you are going to be the teachers. Okay. So you're going to read all this, and your sub could read all this for you. But basically, what you're going to do is you are going to research one of several subjects. So let's see. Here are the subjects that the topics that you are going to decide on. Okay. You can choose the Scottsboro Boys, Emmett Till, KKK, Jim Crow laws, the Civil Rights Movement, Harper Lee, and the Great Depression. So you're going to choose one of those, and you're going to choose one of the things that you're most interested in learning about. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 things here. Okay, so there's not going to be 15 people in one group. So you guys are going to divide the class in an equal number. So there's about, 4 or 5 people in each group. Some of them might be three, but you're going to have to divide it sort of equally. Okay. So you're going to choose one of these topics. Okay. Then you're going to create a Google slide presentation for the teaching portion. Okay. So this means you're going to research whatever your topic is, and you're going to create a slideshow for it. You're not just copying and pasting material, but you might have quotes, you might be paraphrasing, you might be summarizing, you might have some statistics. You definitely want images to create a proper presentation. In this case, you will be able to use EasyBib, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. To create things. But remember, you want to look for legitimate resources. So a legitimate website for the KKK is probably not going to be the KKK website, and it'll be blocked anyway. But you're going to look for information about the KKK from both sides, maybe other perspectives. Um, and then after you come up with all this information and all these things that you learn about your topic, you're going to come up with some kind of educational tool or learning assessment so your students understand. So basically, your group is going to be teaching the class about whatever topic it is. Okay, the Scottsboro Boys, Emmett Till, KKK, Jim Crow, Civil Rights, Harper Lee, and or the Great Depression, whatever one you pick. So you might want to think about your learning styles, and you can come up with some kind of game that you are interested in, a maybe even a journal entry, uh, some kind of assignment, a discussion, some kind of. I've even had some special, like, unique games where people use, like, Skittles and different things. I could talk to you a little bit more about that. I'm sure I'll be back on Wednesday. Um, but you can do whatever you would think you would enjoy in learning. That's what you're going to do. Some kind of assessment. The advocacy idea, don't worry about that right now. Don't even pay attention to that right now. We'll talk about that when I get back. And the individual grade, basically what this is you're going to tell me what part you did in this group. So basically, there are going to be no slackers in this group because you're going to be teaching. There is no room for slackers in a group of people teaching. So you're going to turn in a report, a 1 to 2 page MLA report telling me what exactly it is that you did during this period, and I'll talk to you about that when I scroll down here in just a minute. So here are some of your topics. Number 1, the Scottsboro Boys. you might have no clue who these people are, and that's a good thing because you're going to find out about it. This just tells all the different stuff that I just talked about. These bullets will give you some ideas of some things that you might could research. I don't know why that keeps popping up here, but the bullets on each page give you an idea of some of the things that you could research. Who were the Scottsboro Boys? Why did they make news? Why should we know about them? What should we know? Who accused them? What were their people of their past? How did their stories change? Think about maybe what happened, the history after them. Think about the effects on culture. So that is the first topic. The second one is Emmett Till. Look at this little cutie. You're going to go down. Think about whoever wants to think about Emmett Till. Same thing. Look at these bullets. Okay. This is what you're going to kind of look up about him. Remember, you're going to make sure you have some legitimate sources. And there are, I bet you, resources about the Scottsboro Boys and Emmett Till on those PBS videos that we have in our online database. Not that you have to use them, but I'm sure they're there. KKK. Think about some of these things. Okay. These terms, in this case, this one is one of the ones that have terms that need to be defined. Prejudice, discrimination, stereotype, racism, scapegoat or scapegoating, hate groups. Talk about this, okay, and research some of that stuff. Jim Crow laws. The pictures give you a clue. Look at that. That's terrible. Here are some bullets and things you might look up for Jim Crow laws, okay? This, you should have some really specific kind of laws. I can talk to you about some of those as well if I'm there on Wednesday. I know I will be probably, but I could talk to you about some of this stuff, but you should be able to research and find tons of things about the kind of laws that people had. What challenged it? How did they get rid of it? How did the Jim Crow laws affect society? Specific examples. Make sure you do that. And you're going to think about the time period. The next is the Civil Rights Movement, and this is Rosa Parks. So you will go down and look up. Oops, these are kind of like just going together. Think about some of the things in the civil rights movement. Think about a timeline. Create a timeline. Discuss the major events and people like Dr. King. Find interesting statistics and facts. And I could talk to you about this. I found some really cool, interesting facts that I did not know from one of my students' groups last year. And this is Harper Lee. She's the author of our novel, To Kill a Mockingbird, and she'll probably be really hard to find things on because she led a very mysterious life. She recently passed away, but see what you can find out about her. There's a couple articles out there about her views on things. Find out what her life was like. And the last thing, look at this, it's horrible. This is about the Great Depression. This is a time period of our story. So this is super important because this is going to be what was going on during the time period. When was it? Define it. What were the effects? The time period. What was life like for people of all professions, classes, races, and geographical locations? So, for instance, did somebody in New York City have a different life than somebody maybe in the Midwest America? Okay. Oops. See a mistake right here. So those are the choices, and you need to decide what it is that you want to research, and then you're going to start that today, and you're going to probably get at least your what is it? Yeah, your Google presentation done. Good luck, and hold on.